Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel for another video. So we need to talk because rumor season is heating up and the Canon APS-C lineup, it's about to get interesting. So apparently the Canon EOS R7 Mark II is coming in Q2 of 2026. Think late May, early June. Right around the time that we're all pretending we don't need another camera body, but definitely watching launch videos at 2 a.m. Now, specs? Nope. Nothing concrete yet. That's classic Canon. They hold the cards tight, but the spicy rumor, 39 megapixels. 39 on APS-C, which means wildlife shooters are about to be cropping into their crops and still have room to crop again. If that sensor lands, this thing's gonna be upmarket. This isn't just a refresh. This is Canon saying, hey prosumers, we see you. Now let's pivot though. The Canon EOS R10 Mark II is also supposedly coming later in 2026. And this is where it gets fun. So the original Canon R10, one of Canon's best-selling interchangeable lens cameras, globally. You know, maybe not the sexy headline grabber here in North America, but worldwide, it definitely moves units. They want to dominate lower-end APS-C markets. Where? India, China. Those are massive volume markets. Translation? Canon wants cameras in more hands, not just YouTubers arguing about rolling shutter. Now here's the interesting part. The R7 and the R10 launched together last time. That's not happening this time. They're kind of separating them, which tells me different positioning, different strategy. The R10 Mark II will probably stay what I call the flagship of volume cameras. Think alongside the EOS R50 and the Canon EOS R10. Affordable, accessible, high churn, but specs-wise, The current R10 has a 24.2 megapixel sensor. The current R7 has a 32.5 megapixel sensor. You see where I'm going? It would make total sense for Canon to move the R10 Mark II up to that 32.5 megapixel sensor. Why? Because it already exists. Tooling is done, costs are controlled, margins are happy. That's how companies think. Now, the dangerous word, IBIS. If Canon puts in-body image stabilization into the R10 Mark II, you basically have an R7 Mark I. And then pricing becomes awkward, because now you're competing with cameras like the Fujifilm X-E5, the Sony a6700, and the Panasonic Lumix S9. Those are priced more in R7 territory. And guess what? Nikon doesn't even have an APS-C IBIS body right now. The real IBIS competition around R10 pricing mostly comes from Micro Four Thirds systems. So from a business standpoint, Canon has zero incentive to put IBIS in the R10 Mark II, unless competitors force their hand. And Canon loves protecting product tiers. Protect the R7. Classic move. Now what about the rest of 2026? Well, I don't get the vibe that we're seeing a flood of new full-frame bodies. If anything, maybe a refresh of the R8. That would make sense. Keep it affordable, keep it moving. It's a fantastic body for the money. But 2026 feels like APS-C strategy year. Volume, markets, expansion. So there's the big picture. If the R7 Mark II goes up market with 39 megapixels and the R10 Mark II moves to 32 megapixels, there's a reshuffle happening. Canon is climbing the R7 higher, maybe leaving space below it, maybe simplifying production, maybe squeezing margins where they can, or maybe, and this is my favorite theory, they're setting up APS-C to matter again. Not as entry level, but as high performance, high density tools. And honestly, I kind of love that because sometimes you don't need full frame, you need reach, you need speed, efficiency, and maybe just a little less back pain carrying gear. All right, so now I want to hear from you. So chime in down in the comments. If the R10 Mark II gets 32 megapixels but no IBIS, is that enough? If the R7 Mark II hits 39, are you upgrading? Or are we all pretending that we're content with what we have while refreshing rumor sites daily? Remember to smash that like button, subscribe if you're new, and click the bell for future videos. Also visit my website jeff-gresham.com to grab a couple of my newly released photo prints, as well as a copy of my Lightroom presets pack. So thank you again for hanging out with me, and until next time, get out and shoot. And I'll catch you in the next video. Later.